Hydrogen fuel cell vehicles.
What is hydrogen fuel? Hydrogen fuel is used in vehicles as its onboard fuel for motive power. Hydrogen-fueled vehicles include automobiles, space rockets, cars and other transportation vehicles that are in development to make use of the technology. How is hydrogen fuel used in vehicles? One way is to burn hydrogen in a modified car engine. There are two companies, Mazda and BMW, are working on this. When burning the hydrogen in the engine, there will be mostly water coming out of the tailpipe. Small amounts of oxides of nitrogen in air and hydrocarbons will be collected too. Cars powered by hydrogen pollute lesser than that of petrol-powered. In the other way of using hydrogen to run the car is an electric car. Mercedes-Benz has been using that fuel cells with a combination of electricity to run the electric motors. These fuel cells are fast emerging as alternative green energy technology to solve the problems on sustainability of energy and pollution associated with fuel technologies. Why do people think that it will be sustainable or not? At the turn of the last century, the first revolution in personal transportation happened, along with the development of the automobile. The electric vehicles using nowadays, such as the fuel cell cars, represents the second revolution. By the middle of the 21st century, alternative fuels are destined to become the norm for the world's passenger vehicles. There are four interconnected reasons for this shift. 1. Supply. World oil reserves are rapidly diminishing. 2. Environment. Pollution from oil-fueled vehicles is creating an atmosphere that is increasingly damaging to public health and the environment. 3. Economics. The cost of producing oil and regulating the byproducts of oil consumption continues to increase. 4. Energy security. The military and political costs of maintaining energy security in international markets are becoming untenable. What are the benefits and disadvantages of using hydrogen-fueled vehicles rather than other technologies? There are few advantages of hydrogen-fueled vehicles. First of all, hydrogen is a renewable energy source, never running out, whereas gasoline cars are using non-renewable energy resources. Secondly, the combustion reaction of hydrogen won't produce carbon dioxide like that of gasoline or other fuels. Hydrogen does not dissolve in lubricating oil and the dissipation rate is high to help mixing with the air and spread out quickly in the cylinder. Thus it combusts 50% better than gasoline, and 25% efficiency compared to the 19% of gasoline engines. No more smog-forming exhaust gases, no more carbon dioxide emission contributing to global warming, and no more worries about diminishing oil supplies and rising prices. The disadvantages of having the fuel as hydrogen is that it is really difficult to store. It is because hydrogen is packed tightly into the car's tank at normal temperature. Moreover, a large amount of energy is needed to compress and liquefy the hydrogen. The tanks need to be especially designed in order to hold hydrogen at extremely high pressures or the temperature is about zero, and they are heavy and expensive. What are the positives of using it? When hydrogen is burnt, water vapor is just the only emission, which carbon dioxide isn't produced. Therefore, hydrogen causes less pollution as it only emits little tailpipe pollution. Hydrogen has the potential to run a fuel cell engine with greater efficiency over an internal combustion engine. The same amount of hydrogen will take a fuel cell car at least twice as far as a car running on gasoline. So, hydrogen fuel cells are very efficient. What are the negatives of using it? The cost of running a hydrogen vehicles is still high because a large amount of energy is needed to liquefy the fuel. Filling up a car with compressed hydrogen gas will probably prove to be more practical and also reduce the distance between fills. Some researchers had shown that cars can store compressed hydrogen gas, and it would need to be packed tightly into a car's tank to avoid countless trips to the filling station very few miles. Secondly, there are few filling stations that sell hydrogen. Thirdly, hydrogen fuel cells do not work at low temperatures and require a catalyst, which is normally platinum, but it's expensive and more likely to have contamination by impurities. Who are the groups that are supporting the hydrogen fuel cell vehicles? There are a lot of groups supporting the technology, such as Nissan, Ford Motor Company, General Motors, Hyundai, Toyota, Daimler AG, Renault, Kia Motors and Honda. Is this technology worthwhile? No. The cost of the hydrogen fuel cell is too high. When the company tried to lower the cost, the hardness is not enough to bear the impact. The material of the cell may affect the purity of the hydrogen. The density of the hydrogen is too low. It needs a lot of space to keep it even if it is in a liquid form. The hydrogen is not the material to create energy, it is used to transfer, so there is energy lost. Should we use more of it to promote sustainable development? We should not use this to promote sustainable development because the company can't earn any interest. The price of the majority of cars will be higher than normal cars, but the top speed and the acceleration are lower than normal car. It is also hard to find a place to refill the fuel. These made the demand of the car decrease. When the demand decreases, the supply will decrease. Therefore, summing up that this technology in our opinion is a threat to sustainable development.